This is the FEMA Substantial Damage Estimator Training Series. Welcome to Module 2, Substantial Damage Basics. The topics that will be covered in this unit are general guidance, determining cost values, considerations of the SDE tool and results, and SDE limitations. For substantial damage determinations, an initial survey will need to be completed first. This is done to estimate the number of structures that are in the range of 30 to 70% damaged. The percentage is the ratio of repair cost to market value of the structure. This survey should track and record the structures that are not substantially damaged, under 30%, and those that are definitely substantially damaged, over 70%. The initial survey may be completed as a windshield survey without interior inspections, as long as the inspectors have a good feel for the extent of damage in the survey area. A few initial interior inspections may be performed to verify that the interior damage is consistent with exterior damages. The focus of the survey should be on rapid but accurate data collection to obtain the necessary information to make a substantial damage determination. All damaged structures within the Special Flood Hazard Area, also known as SFHA, must be surveyed. Damage can result from either specific or non-specific events. Specific events would include floods, fires, hurricanes, earthquakes, and tornadoes. Non-specific events include deterioration, vandalism, exposure, and other man-made causes. The goal is to determine whether the ratio of repair cost to market value is 50% or greater. After the initial survey is done, preparation for fieldwork can begin. It is required to perform individual structure-by-structure interior and exterior inspections when making full substantial damage determinations. The source of unit cost data will need to be determined before field inspections are started. Before starting fieldwork, review the data collection requirements and property access procedures. Data collection and data entry staff should be identified early on in fieldwork preparation. Before fieldwork begins, coordinate with other community officials and law enforcement prior to inspections. This can save time in the long run by explaining the purpose of the inspections and discussing the schedule of areas to be inspected. A public announcement should be given before the start of fieldwork. This should note the areas to be inventoried and inspector identification procedures. The public announcement can be useful in reducing the number of inquiries and complaints to the community once the inspections begin. Before inspections begin, the source of unit cost data needs to be determined. It can come from many different sources, including industry-accepted cost guides, building permit data, discussions with contractors or realtors, adjusted tax assessed value, professional appraisals, shared cost data from nearby communities, or local officials' experience in construction and cost estimating. The unit cost data is critical for determining the pre-damage market value and provides credibility for structure owners. Pre-damage market values that are unrealistic for the area being inspected can undermine the credibility of the substantial damage determinations for owners, other local officials, and potentially an appeals board or judge. The square footage multiplied by the unit cost provides the base cost or starting point for determining the value of the structure. Adjustment costs may be used for the unit cost data. This will result in a more accurate building value for that specific building. Unit cost data should be as accurate as possible. The square footage should only include habitable areas. The more detail that is recorded by the inspector will also make the unit cost data more accurate. Actual cash value, or ACV, is the cost to replace a building on the same parcel with a new building of like kind and quality, minus depreciation due to age, use, or neglect. It does not consider loss in value, simply due to outmodeled design. In most situations, ACV is a reasonable approximation of market value. For more information on ACV, refer to Section 4.5.3 of the Substantial Improvement Substantial Damage Desk Reference. Building Replacement Value, or BRV, is not appropriate for use in substantial damage determinations unless depreciation is included. Building value can be calculated by multiplying the unit cost by the number of square feet. However, it does not include adjustments for add-ons such as enclosed porches and garages. The fair market value, or FMV, is referred to as the market or selling price of a structure. It is always based on the condition of the structure before the damage occurred. This value is developed by either a professional appraiser or a tax assessor. The market value is only for the structure. It does not include the value of the lands or improvements, such as landscaping or driveways. Depreciation accounts for just the physical condition of a structure prior to the damage event. It does not take into account if the structure is outdated or factors that are external to it, such as distance to shopping and parks. For more information on depreciation, refer to Section 4.5.3 of the Substantial Improvement Substantial Damage Desk Reference. In the SDE tool, there are 6 different depreciation ratings, ranging from very poor to excellent. A building in very poor condition is dilapidated and uninhabitable. The next rating is requires extensive repairs. It can be inhabited, but needs a lot of repairs and maintenance. The next is requires some repairs. The structure can be inhabited, but needs a few repairs. A structure in average condition will show normal wear, but there are no signs of major repairs needed. The next rating is above average condition. It will show little visible wear, but is not considered brand new. The final rating is excellent condition. This is for structures that are recently built, 2 years old or less, with no visible deterioration. Inspectors may record a higher or lower value than the default depreciation value based on the condition of the structure under consideration. For more information, refer to Table 3.5 in the SDE User Manual and Fieldwork book. The damages determined from the SDE tool should not be confused with the contractor's estimate. A contractor's estimate is based on the availability of labor and materials, a schedule, and enhancement or incorporation of mitigation measures during reconstruction. When using the SDE tool, there are some limitations. The accuracy of current community data used to compile the inspection list, such as tax data, community maps overlaid with NFIP maps, can impact the inventory of properties inspected. The software cannot account for every conceivable structure type, which can impact determinations depending on the approach used. Not all properties allow direct access, which limits accuracy of inspection of damaged building elements, exterior and interior, for SDE determination. Thanks for watching! This training is one of a 10-part series. Please continue to Module 3.